I come to you on the eve of a tragedy. Our brother in Christ, Charles James Kirk, he's gone home. This one's for you, buddy. Now that the dust has settled and I've heard a lot of takes, I've seen a lot of people get fired, a lot of people get hired too. And I was thinking about how to approach this, even as I've been making posts myself over on X, weighing in, cracking a few jokes, shedding a few tears too. Sometimes still trying to find some light, just cracking some jokes. And I saw something I never thought I'd see twice. I saw Sam Hyde cry. He broke down. He broke character. He broke out of the gorilla nest. The most ironic, most edgy man who ever lived broke down and actually shed a real tear. It was the day the clown cried, a prophecy foretold long ago. And that alone made me realize this is the turning point. But I also think, as Christians, we should extend grace and forgive people who may be talking out of the side of their head right now, celebrating the execution of this beautiful, young, virile man. This one's for Hassan. And this one's for Satan. But yeah, besides the libtards celebrating, and whatever the libtards, they're gonna lib, they're gonna tard. It's just what they do. It's fine. I see a lot of edgy posters out there too. Leftoids, rightoids, femoids. Just not ever breaking character. And just not dropping the facade of being ironic and cool, even for a second. And I think about these shifty sort of characters. And quite frankly, I'm scared. I'm not scared for them. I'm scared of them. There's being edgy, and then there's just being a straight up dark triad badass who doesn't give a crap about nothing. Probably sitting at their computer, leather jacket on, hair slicked back like a greaser, got the shades thrown up, just like, politics, that's gay. Nothing matters, incel. And I'm like, dang, even Shadow the Hedgehog wouldn't go that far. I think, who is this guy? Dexter Morgan from Dexter, talking to the Dark Passenger? The blood, Dexter. You must get to the blood. Put the blood onto my penis and rub it in. Remember that show? Doax comes in. Dexter, surprise! Imagine if he did that on Dexter's birthday and jumped out of a cake or something just wearing a jockstrap, like it was Wakanda night at Chippendales. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah. Dexter Resurrection, only on Hulu, streaming where available now. Back on topic though. It just makes me think about seeing this day of prophecy in the overall paradigm of online discourse. When I saw Nick Fuentes cry last night on his show, when I saw Sam Hyde cry, and people were making fun of them, calling them the soy right for crying, and then Destiny piling on saying it's cringe to show any emotion over death. Meanwhile, his son hails Hitler and is probably drawing up blueprints of his own school as we speak. There's something about this that should make you drop your veneers. Seeing such a tragedy up close and personal. When you are a content creator, you are a podcaster, you're a YouTuber, even if you're a lowly slime ball like Destiny, where it does hit close to home, or at least it should. where it's not some politician getting shot in front of us. It's just a YouTuber, a podcaster, basically any old Charlie Kirk type guy who is in the middle of making his video, doing what we all do here. It's like at the end of Lord of the Flies, where they were all just little boys, just playing a game on an island. Then the fat kid actually gets thrown off the cliff and dies, and they all start killing each other. And you realize something. Maybe being ironic and being cool all the time, not being based enough and never being sincere, even when someone horrifically dies in front of you, maybe that was actually cringe. And you know, Superman taught me this. Maybe sincerity was the real based all along. 'Cause I'm a based poster, yes I am. 'Cause I'm a based poster, yes I am. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Remember that? Sorry, I keep doing this. I can only really react and understand the world through pop culture references and children's media. I don't call it brain rot, though. I say it's the Family Guyification of Zoomers. We basically think of the world like Family Guy cutaway gags where everything relates to a joke about some pop culture reference. I don't think that's a bad thing, though. It's like a whole new philosophical way of thinking. There's really a lot of deep wisdom in Family Guy if you pay attention. They say that Rick and Morty is the show for the thinking man, but when you actually watch Rick and Morty, it's actually very surface level. It insists upon itself, as Peter Griffin would say. With Family Guy, you'll see a lot of very silly gags, but there's always more meaning behind it. There's always a message, you know? And then every so often, Stewie will hit you with a serious monologue, and it really makes you just stop and think. Makes you just think for a second and reflect. But yeah, the point that I'm trying to make here was the reason you should be sad about what happened is because Charlie Kirk was a Family Guy. He was on South Park, but he was a Family Guy. Dang. I just made that up right now. I gotta write that down. But yeah, Charlie Kirk, beautiful wife and kids. Everyone should have sympathy for that. But Hitler was a Family Guy too. He had a wife. Actually, Darth Plutus from Lego Star Wars was a Family Guy too. And last time I checked, Kumbi, we put him in Azkaban. Shut up, libtard! One more for Satan. Look, that's what I realized, I guess. Okay? Even on the right, people used to say that Charlie Kirk was cringe. He wasn't based enough. He was a cuck-servative. He just wasn't cool enough, you know, because he wore his heart on his sleeve and said what he really thought, for better or for worse. Whether he was shilling for Christ or Israel, whatever day it was, you know, he wasn't being ironic. He wasn't being snarky. That's the day the clown cried. Shedding a tear, saying what you really believe, and being a Family Guy. I think that that's the most based and red-pilled a man can ever be. This has been BG Kumbi, signing off.
See me posting on the board, and I'm bored with posting good. I got both hands on my keyboard. The feds are knocking at my door. I'm saying fuck the 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am just a based and red-pilled man. 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am such a based and red-pilled man. See you posted on 4chan. You can't say that without a bed. So I go to X with Elon Musk, where he's posting crime statistics. You can make it towers by yourself. If you could, you would need someone else. 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am just a based and red-pilled man. 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am such a based and red-pilled man.
And you better believe they're scared. All the media, they're scared because they're supposed to have a monopolistic control. You saw the DNC. Watch us and obey. Watch us and obey. We're a movement of free thinkers. We don't agree on everything. We have differences of opinions. That's why our movement is going to win. In the Democrat Party, they say disagreement is not allowed. They don't believe in free speech. They don't believe in the free discourse of ideas. I think it's a wonderful thing that we can say we might disagree on the small stuff, but we agree on the big stuff. We agree that we should prioritize American citizens over foreign. That it is a constitutional right that you should be able to speak, that the government should not be able to spy on us.
'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am just a based and red-pilled man. 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am such a based and red-pilled man. 'Cause I'm a shit poster, yes I am. I am just a based and red-pilled man.
We're far from it now. Let's get back to restoration of individual liberty and states' rights. More like Texas, less like California.
So you have more of a libertarian viewpoint?
Libertarian, conservative,
Free markets, whatever
freedom.
you want to call it.
Be in control of your own life and your own destiny. I don't want Washington, D.C. to tell me how to live my life.